Hello everyone, this is Ascending High Priestess. I hope you guys are doing well. For those of you who are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for those of you who have been with me for a little bit, thank you, thank you, thank you. I do appreciate all the likes and the shares and the subscribes. As you know, we are a growing channel, so that subscription means a lot. So that way you could be part of the Ascending High Priestess gang. So this is an reading, actually a reading for Leo. That is a fire sign for those of you who are Leo or you are a cross watcher. This is the extended one for Leo. As you know, we are in the middle of this wonderful portal, so you need to, I can even talk today. You guys need to manifest, start grounding, meditating a little bit more, just bring in all those wonderful opportunities and things that you've been wanting into your life. So let's see, Leo, what the universe has for you. So right away, I see that you are working towards bettering your finances. Okay, you're working, for a lot of you, you've been working very, very hard to slowly but steadily increase your finances and your abundance. Okay, this is something that you're putting a lot of time and effort into it. For some of you, you're actually in school or going back to school to either get a promotion. There's something with a promotion that deals with school, so you may need an extra certification. For some of you, you're actually finishing school, so this is going to give you the momentum and education needed to sort of step out there and gain more abundance for you. I'm also getting that because there has been a little bit of struggle, you're being a little bit more careful this time around than you were last year with your finances. I think for a lot of you, you're now seeing the big picture, okay? You're seeing the big picture and you want to grow. You want to grow in this area of your life, okay? But however, with everything, there is a balance. There is something that is sort of distracting you, okay? This Queen of Pentacles. This is part of your energy as well, but there's something that is distracting you. It could be friends. It could be a lover, something that you find very alluring, that you're having a kind of hard time saying no to, okay? This person, there have been some sort of little bits of hints from the universe to sort of slow it down, or, you know, to kind of look at everything under the hood kind of thing, okay? If this person was a car, they're very sleek, they're very luxurious, they're very sporty, I'm hearing. So, you know, they may be very fun, but there's something underneath that hood that needs to sort of be examined, okay? There is something that is kind of the wall, you feel kind of like the walls are closing in when it comes to this person, you know, and it could be that maybe you and this person are very, very different. You're culturally, you may be very different, as you know, a different ethnicity, even in a different religion. So you feel this weird divide when it comes to this person. You know, yes, you are attracted to them, but at the same time, there's something just not quite right, okay? And I think this is why Spirit is telling you that you need a little bit of space when it comes to this person so you could see what's going on, okay? You may be worlds apart, but your hearts remained aligned. So you may have known this person for a bit. You may have even gone to school with this person, maybe had a past life with this person, okay? But there's something that it's like there's a little red flag, okay, when it comes to this person, okay? And I don't know why I keep repeating, saying, okay, maybe this person does that a lot, or you do. There is a secret that this person may be hiding, or you may be hiding a secret. There's an unseen foe ready to unleash. Um, so you really need to be careful, because maybe this person is still, maybe you are liking this person a little bit more than they kind of like you, or you may have feelings for this person, and this person really is not quite there yet. Okay. So, or maybe this person is still dating. I hear online dating. Okay. So before you sort of reveal every single thing about yourself and go, super deep with this person, I think Spirit wants you to sort of find out where you stand before you get hurt. Okay. Because it may be that, you may find out that yes, you love this person, or yes, you like them very, very much, but this person is still dating other people. Okay. Maybe they're not ready to settle down the way you do, the way you are. Maybe culturally, they are not ready to step outside their culture to date someone outside their culture. Maybe they can't. There's something that is just not not aligned. Okay. It's like you're moving ahead and this person is like back here. That's what I keep seeing. So just be very careful that with this relationship, because you don't want to get into a place where you're feeling insecure, or you're struggling with your emotions because now you have feelings for someone who doesn't exactly feel the same way. Okay. So you need to kind of re-examine the relationship and see where you are at. All right. Also, there is a warning again about how to manage your insecurities, how to manage your feelings, how to manage this person. Okay. And I'm not saying that this person is a bad person, because they may not be a bad person. I just think that Spirit is trying to warn you before you get hurt, and before you start claiming that this person is your other half. You need to find out where you stand. I think that's the big red flag right now. Okay. And speaking of car, there's a car here. Okay. Look under the hood again. Look under the hood. All right. Wow, you can make this up. So, and it kind of, this card is basically saying you need to be a little hesitant when you address certain issues. Okay. You need to kind of read between the lines, so that way you don't feel neglected in the future. All right. So you need to look at everything. Look at everything and figure out what's going on with this person. It's just not looking at the physicality of the person and seeing, how beautiful they are. Look at the entire picture and make sure that you are on the same page with that person. Okay. Take it slow. Take it slow. Get to know them. Okay. Get to know them. Go out on simple dates. Go out for coffee. Go out for a dinner. What makes them tick, what you like, what are some of your concerns. Don't forget yourself in the relationship. I think that Spirit wants you to make sure that your needs are also met, that you're not the one that's jumping hoops for a person that may not do the same for you. Okay. You or this person right now may feel a little bit detached. Okay. And Spirit is saying you're being asked to detach from something that you've been holding on to. When you hold on too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment to it. Okay. So you need to probably let go of thinking, okay, this is going to work out. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be fantastic. And it's going to be, you know, I'm going to be walking down the aisle with this person. Okay, let's see what other messages pop up for you. And Spirit's not saying that it's not going to work out. It may. Okay, but you need to pay attention to certain things now. Okay. Let's see. What other messages do you have for Leo? Okay, you or this person may have gone through a recent breakup. And there may be certain things, you know, still about that breakup that is still, you know, they still have unfinished business. All right. So there may be an ex lingering. You know, although you or this person may want to roll the dice and take a chance on this relationship, again, Spirit is just warning you to sort of, you know, take a step back and learn everything you can about this person before you start claiming, you know, proposing marriage or something like that, okay? Because there may be something about this person that you may find out that may be very, very hurtful. There is attraction, okay? One more, please. So you guys are very mutually attracted to each other, but there is a certain level of fear either from this person or you, okay? There's something that, you know, you're very hesitant about. Change came out. So, you know, again, you may need, this person may still be working on what led to the breakup. Maybe you are. So, you know, this person or you may be changing, and change takes time, okay? There may be something about relationships that you're still kind of trying to unfold and trying to make sense of. Let's see. Use your intuition, okay? Make sure that you use your intuition, because at the end of the day, divine is trying to, again, help you. So there may be some sort of divine intervention, you know, and you don't want to get caught up in something that can be very, very hurtful, okay, in the near future. Let's see. What other messages Spirit has for Leo? What messages do you have for Leo at this time, please? And thank you. Let's see. For a lot of you, you feel like, you know, this relationship or this scenario has become some sort of weird mission that you've kind of intuitively see the writing on the wall, okay? And you intuitively could feel what you need to do, okay? Maybe you're just a little bit hesitant to do it. For a lot of you, you're being guided by your ancestors to sort of, you know, make sure you go down the right path, okay? And they are there for you to, you know, bounce off ideas or just kind of support you in every step that you do take. For a lot of you, you feel very, very connected to this person. Again, like I said, maybe the two of you had past lives, okay, together. And this is why there's such a connection. And David's key came out. Okay, so David's key, it basically says, I will place on his shoulder the key to the house of David. What he opens, no one can shut, and what he shuts, no one can open. Again, you are super duper, as you know, my son would say, super duper protected, all right, by your guardian angels, if you believe in that, by ancestors. You know, this is you. You are a chosen avatar. You are someone that knows what they want, when they want, and you're spiritually connected to the other side. You're very spiritually connected to the other side. You know, there are times that you feel like someone put a spell on you, okay? And that, or maybe this person feels that someone put a spell on them, and that you can't find this, okay, that you, for whatever reason, you're having a very, very, very hard time finding that special connection and that there's always something up. For those of you who have a grandmother that has passed on, this grandmother is protecting you, so you may want to, pray to your grandmother. Ask her, what is going on with this person? What do I need to do? I don't want to get hurt. Let me know exactly which path to take. Do I take this person seriously? Do I need to back up for a little bit and just let this person be? Talk to them so that way you're able to find that appropriate path that you need to go on, okay? That journey that you need to go on. For some of you, this may involve money, okay? This may involve money. Maybe this person stole money, or they're going through some money issues, and meanwhile, you're working very, very hard to be financially stable. So you want to make sure that this person doesn't have ulterior motives when they see you working so hard and, steals your money. And I'm not saying that that's what they're there for, but, you always have to be careful. There's going to be some sort of divine truth from this person that you're going to find out. So maybe you and this person will have a sit down, okay? And you are going to find out certain things about this person that may be a little bit shocking. You or this person in the past may have had a weird vagabond kind of lifestyle where, things were not as sustainable or as stable, okay? And they may be looking for stability. Substance abuse may have played a huge role in certain things, okay? So, you want to make sure that if you get involved with someone, if that's not your thing, do they still have substance abuse issues that may be, a little bit scary for someone, especially if that's something that you're not used to, okay? What messages can you provide, Leo, regarding this reading, please? What messages can you provide, Leo? Thank you. So yeah, right now you're sitting, regardless of whether you are male or female, you are the King of Swords, okay? Meaning that you are very, very quick. Look at that sword. You're thinking a lot. You're saying a lot. You're trying to speak your truth and trying to choose those words accordingly, okay? The King of Swords is very, very, I just saw like St. Michael's sword. They're very, they can be cold, okay, but they're just very, what's the word? Sharp tongue, okay? So, and not that, sometimes people take that the wrong way when you're just trying to be honest. Your sister sign, Leo's sister sign, is Aquarius, okay? So, swords are very Aquarius energy. So you may have a lot of Aquarius in your chart. So you may want to maybe emulate how Aquarius thinks and speaks, okay? But there's something very Aquarian also about your energy, even though you are a Leo. They want you to sort of think about what you're going to say before you say it, okay? Everything is sort of balancing out again for that stability that you want, okay? You're working very, very hard on trying to manage the stability in your life. Again, trying to manage your income, trying to bring in new opportunities, okay? The Hierophant, again, it can be ancestors, but it could also mean the law. So if this person may have had money issues or issues with exes, there may be issues with maybe divorce. Maybe that's not, hearing very clear for those that are going through a divorce. Or maybe there's something, money issues, legal money issues that still need to be ironed out, okay? That you don't want to be dragged in. All right. Let's see. King of Cups. Okay. You are also presenting as the King of Cups. This is all your energy, okay? So you are King of Swords, King of Cups. Very loving, very giving, but you can be very stern. And, you know, that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing as long as you're not cruel. Six of Cups. So again, you may know this person, okay? You may know this person. You may have had a past with this person. Maybe you are this person's ex. Maybe this is your ex, okay? And you want to reconnect with them. But there's still certain issues, again, that you need to find out. So that way no one gets hurt, especially you. All right, let's see. One more, please and thank you. Oops. And this person's energy feels a little bit, I hear sticky or chaotic. There may be a little bit clingy, okay? But again, Nine of Cups. So there's a lot, Nine of Pentacles. So again, you're working towards your money, your stability. There's money everywhere. So you need to be careful because you're the one with the stability and the money. You don't want to be dragged in to some sort of weird scenario, okay? Or headaches with exes that are psychopathic. You know, there is some sort of judgment that's going to come from this. You know, judgment from the universe. Judgment from court. And a Tower. So it looks like this person still has a lot of karma and a lot of just different personal issues to work out, okay? Personal issues to work out. This person, they're rushing through so many different things that they're not looking at the fine print, I'm hearing. You have a very light energy. This is, you know, this is you. Sunny, happy disposition. You are also the Magician. You are working on your shit again. Okay? Leo, you need to be very careful that this person doesn't just emotionally dump on you to, you know, and then wants you to, you know, you have to be careful when you listen to certain people's problems. So you could listen to someone because, you know, not everyone has people they could count on. The problem is that you don't want to become that person that people use just so they could dump all their shit on you. And, you know, you become like this emotional absorbent sponge, okay? And because that's very heavy energy. So you need to kind of learn how to balance that out. So if you're speaking to this person, or this person is you know, reviewing their life's woes on you, just be very careful so that way you don't feel weighted down or it doesn't affect your energy. Let's see what advice Spirit has for you. What other advice do you have for Leo at this time? Thank you. What is going on? So this person, this person may regret certain things that may have happened. Okay. What else? This person may have gone through a fool's journey. Maybe, you know, they just didn't listen. You know, some people need to learn the hard way. You know, this person may also have been a twin flame in the past. You know, and, you know, you're fallen twin, which is why maybe you feel so super connected. But this person was dealing with people that just didn't serve them. Just didn't serve them. And, you know, you get caught up with people that are crappy people, you're going to end up in a really crappy situation, okay? And again, you know, Spirit is not saying that it's not going to work out. It's just that they want you to be a little bit careful. You may feel a little bit emotionally withdrawn, or this person may feel emotionally withdrawn at this time. They want you to have patience when you're around this person, or when you're planning uh, around this situation. And love begins. So love begins could mean a lot of different things. It could mean love begins with this person. It could mean love begins with yourself, or it could mean love begins with another person. Okay, it really depends on you. And just remember, like I always say, um, you're number one. Take care of yourself. Love yourself first. Get yourself right before you start pouring on other people. And if you really, really want to be with this person, just make sure that they really, really want to be with you too, and that they respect you, they love you, they take care of you, and they're gonna stand by you, because the only person that really matters is you. So I hope this message resonated. Please hit share and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Take care.